Hi, I'm Miss Neville, and we are doing SAT practice problems number 1, 2, and 3. Okay, question number 1 says a special lottery is to be held to select the student who will live in the only deluxe room in the dormitory. There are 100 seniors, 150 juniors, 200 sophomores who will apply. Each senior's name is placed in the lottery 3 times, each junior's name is placed in the lottery 2 times, and each sophomore's name is placed in the lottery 1 time. What is the probability that a senior's name will be chosen? So the first thing that I do is I look at all my important information. So they told me 100 seniors, 150 juniors, 200 sophomores. So then they said the senior's name are placed in the lottery 3 times. So now I can really consider that there's 300 senior tickets in the lottery. The juniors are in there twice, so that means there's 300 juniors in the lottery. And the sophomores are in there once, so there's still 200 sophomores in the lottery. They want to know the probability that a senior will be chosen. So I want the number of seniors over the total. That'll give me the probability of seniors. So if I look at it, there's 300 seniors out of 800 people total. So 300 divided by 800 reduces to 3/8. So my answer would be D. Question number 2, they gave me this chart. It says the table above shows the temperatures in degrees Fahrenheit in a city in Hawaii over a 1-week period. If M represents the median temperature, F represents the temperature that occurs the most often, and A represents the average, or the arithmetic mean, of the 7 temperatures, which of the following is the correct order of M, F, and A? So they're comparing M, F, and A. So I need to remember that median is the middle number. The mean is the average, which they just told me. And the number that occurs the most often, we call that the mode. And they're representing those with M, F, and A. So if you have a graphing calculator, you can either put this in stat, and the calculator will find the mean and the median for you. The other way that I can find the mean and the median mode is just to put my numbers in order and then look at what's the middle number. So my smallest number is 66, then I have 69, 70, 75, 77, and there's 278. So my middle number is going to be 75 because I look at cross those out, cross those out, cross those out. I'm left with 75. So 75 is my M. Next I look at the average, which means add them all up and divide by 7 because there's 7 numbers. So 66 plus 69 plus 70 plus 75 plus 77 plus 78 plus 78 gives me 513 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers is an average of 73.3 if I round to the nearest tenth. So my average is 73.3. The mode is a number that occurs the most often, which in this case was 78 because there were 2 of them. So now that I have my M, my A, and my F, I can compare them. Before I even look at my answer choices, I see that A is the smallest and F is the biggest. None of my numbers equal each other. So I know that A has to be the smallest, M is in the middle, and F is the biggest. So my answer is A. A is the smallest, M is in the middle, and F is the biggest, which is answer choice A. Question number 3. The projected sales volume of a video game cartridge is given by the function S of P equals 300 divided by 2P plus A. S is the number of cartridges sold in thousands, P is the price per cartridge in dollars, and A is a constant. If, according to the projections, 100,000 cartridges are sold at $10 per cartridge, how many cartridges will be sold at $20 per cartridge? The first thing I need to know is that a function means that S is kind of like my Y and P is kind of like my X. So this just means that when you substitute P, you'll get your number of cartridges. This doesn't mean S times P. This is S of P. So that's something that you definitely need to know going into it. So basically I could have written this S equals 3,000 divided by 2P plus A, but they were writing it in function notation. The other thing that I need to know is my constant, but they didn't tell me anywhere in the problem what my constant was. They didn't tell me what A was. So I'm going to use the numbers they gave me to find out what A is. So I'm starting out, S is my number of cartridges. Well, they told me that there's 100,000 cartridges, but because this is already in thousands, my S is really 100, because that would be 100,000. So the rest of my formula would be 2 times P plus A. P is the price per cartridge, and when I had 100,000, they were $10 each. So now I can solve this for A, and that'll give me my constant. If I multiply 2 times 10, I have 20 plus A. So now, to solve for A, I'm going to multiply this to both sides, almost like if I were cross multiplying. So I have 100 times 20 plus A equals 3,000. I multiplied this to both sides in order to get it out of the denominator. Okay, so now I'm going to distribute. To get A by itself, I need to subtract 2,000 from both sides. And then to get A by itself, I divide by 100. So my A is 10. So now I know that my constant is 10. So I can go back to the original formula, and instead of A, now I can use that 10. So S equals 3,000 divided by 2P plus 10. The question they're actually asking me to find is how many cartridges will be sold at $20 per cartridge. So now I'm looking for S when my P is 20. Well, this I can just type in my calculator. 3,000 divided by 40 plus 10 would be 50. 3,000 divided by 50 gives me 60. I don't see 60 as an answer choice, but remember, they told me that S is in thousands, so my answer is 60,000, which is C.